And as black women, we have to be the inspiration for the nation, for our men. We have to start out into the community educating the children, educating ourselves. Because once we educate ourselves, the children will become educated, because we are the ones that teach the children. We are the ones that decorate the homes. We are the ones that are with both female and male children. We are the ones that the children look to as the image in terms of their daily education. So it doesn't mean that we don't get our values mixed up and feel that we have to educate the world when we haven't first educated ourselves. We're a nation already without political power and military power. We're a nation, in captivity by another people who have a totally different culture than we have, who cannot even relate to the things that we relate to.
Things from the old school that I still do. Another thing from the old school is not standing up in a man's house. In other words, you go to a man's house to visit. If you're not married to him, you go in and you sit down and you cross your leg. You don't stand up like over his sink. You don't start walking around. You don't walk back and forth across the room, because that can be considered like you're trying to turn him on or you're bringing attention to yourself. You'll peep a lot of times, like women who are a little loose, they do a lot of that. Like they get up in front of a room of men and they keep walking back and forth to bring attention to themselves. They might start twisting a lot, smiling, being loud. That's a huge, huge, huge no. My aunts and grandma always told me, do not ever turn a man on to be cute, because that's a dangerous game if you're not planning to go through with that. And be mindful of your eye contact. Even in the city, pimps wear flashy stuff to see if they can get women to stare at them, because if a woman stares at them, they are quote unquote choosing. Choosing means that you're gullible or naive. You can be manipulated and a man will target you to pimp you out. That's an extreme example, but I'm mindful of, if I'm with my man and his homeboys show up, I won't make eye contact with his homeboys. That's out of respect. I don't particularly make or hold or sustain eye contact with male strangers who I don't know. We don't want to send no mixed signals. Never, ever, ever, ever be nowhere where a bunch of men are and you're the only woman, or there's just a few women. Make sure it's balanced 50-50, or that the women outnumber the men. If I'm hanging with my man and his homeboy show up, I'm going to excuse myself to another room or I'm going to leave. If a man invite me somewhere and there's a bunch of men there, I'm probably going to stand outside and speak to him, and then I'm going to leave. There is no reason ever why a woman should be somewhere where it's a whole bunch of men and she's like the only woman, ever.